welcome to another Talk Winskies, and thank you so much for the love on our last video. And also we want to welcome our new subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so and go on this amazing journey with us. So this channel is basically about talking to entrepreneurs, creatives, and just inspiring women, and this would help us inspire each other, grow together, and do amazing things. Today I have Naaku. She's a businesswoman, she's an entrepreneur, and she's also doing her master's right now. Yes, so with that combination, today I want to talk about finding balance. So first of all, she'll tell us a bit about her business and then we'll get into the video. So Naaku, we want to know about your business, so tell us.
Okay, so I'm Naaku Allotey and I have bikini. Okay, I started with bikinis and sunglasses. So for like the past 3 years now, I was doing like just bikinis and sunglasses. Recently, I added clothes, shoes, bags, accessories. So basically like everything fashion. And I started way back when I was in uni, as in my final year in uni, and that was when I started. So when I started, I didn't have a shop. I used to keep my stock in my bedroom, and that was like in my hostel in school till I got done with uni. And I've had my shop for 2 years now. And the name of my shop or my business is Lasquicit. It's a combination of two words, so luxurious and exquisite. So that's how I came about the name. So basically, Lasquicit is a fashion brand. Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the main topic, that's about finding balance. When you were talking, you said you started with bikinis.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned from what you are saying is, even though, I don't know if when you started, you made up your mind you wanted a clothing shop or you just wanted to focus on bikinis.
Well, when I started, the reason why I started was to solve a problem I encountered myself. Like, I was looking for a bikini to buy. It was quite hard for me to get one to buy. And then the few people I saw or I was able to reach out to, they were selling them at like outrageous prices. So then I took it upon myself to search for like cheaper options. And then I got to know that we don't have a lot of bikini retailers in Ghana, so I can do that. But when I started, yes, the motive was to expand gradually, but like I didn't know it was going to be this soon. I would say going to school like is what prompted me to start, because now like I have access to places where I can get them, bring them back home and sell. Yeah.
Okay. So with not limiting yourself to the idea you started with, you've started selling other fashion items.
Yeah.
What else do you look forward to doing since you are thinking big?
Well, I'm sure as time goes on, like another idea will come in mind, because even with me selling fashion items, like I said, I had intentions of, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Aside me going to school, which prompted my decision, another thing that prompted my decision is that now there are a lot of bikini sellers. I don't know, even people who used to buy from me are now selling bikinis. So now the market is becoming saturated. It's not like I have like loyal clients who would always come to me, but it's becoming a bit too saturated, and you can't be stagnant. Like, you need to think of new ideas, new ways of like moving forward. So that's about it.
Okay, back to the main topic. So with me, finding balance can be overwhelming. So I'm wondering how you do it right now. So if I can draw some inspiration from you, how do you find balance with doing your master's, entrepreneurship? I don't know other things that you're doing, but how do you find balance?
Okay, so really and truly, I don't know how I do it. Like, anyone on my Snap, quite recent, I posted something like, I don't know how I do it, but some way, somehow, every day I get it done. So like, I just take each day as it comes, because even when I was like back home, I had like a 9-to-5 job and I still had my business. it was not that easy, and it's still not that easy. There have been times when I need to communicate with my lady at the shop and she's not online. Like, it becomes a bit stressful for me because the clients would be there waiting for me to respond to her, but I need to find out from my lady at the shop if the thing is available before I can communicate it back to the client. It's really not that easy, but I think it's just about making up your mind that I'm going to get it done. And being in school, yes, there will be times where I'll be in lectures, people will send messages on Instagram or not, but I try as much as possible to respond to each and every one of them as soon as possible, because clients can be a bit difficult at times. Some of them even talk to us as if we are not human beings, but like, yeah, that's just it. We have, like, I just need to know this is what I've gotten myself into, have patience, and then take each day as it comes.
Okay, that's amazing. So would you agree that being an entrepreneur or doing anything at all, you need to find time to reset. You need to find time for yourself. It's not always that it has to be go, go, go. You need to find time to...
Yeah, you really do. Though at start out, you might not have like a lot of money to put in things that like people who are well established, like advertisement, making artworks for yourself. Like me, I find out how to do them myself because I don't have the money. Not that I don't have, maybe I could like spare a little money for that, but if I can do it myself, why not? So I spend time to find ways of doing things myself, like little things that I feel I can do to help my business. Yes, and I read a lot about entrepreneurship in general, how to, like now I find myself in a saturated market, so I read a lot about it, how to stand out. Exactly. So yeah, you need to, it's important.
So what's the one thing that you do to reset?
To reset?
Yeah.
I'm a very quiet person. A lot of people don't know this, but like I prefer to have me time, like just me in my room. I can be in my room like for 3 whole days straight without going out. Yeah. Without stepping out of my house.
That makes you...
And yes, like just relax. Take your mind off everything and then just relax. That's just it. Because sometimes it gets so stressful. Me, there have been times I have cried to bed. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah, entrepreneurship is hard. Like, it's not easy.
There have been times I have cried to bed. There have been times... Because I've had like a whole lot of issues. If I say I'm going to talk about it, I won't finish. But then it's not that easy.
But you just have to keep going.
Really, if you give up, then it's not worth it.
So apart from the informal knowledge that you acquire of the internet, I know you are studying. So are you studying anything in business? What are you studying in school?
I'm studying international business. Yeah.
Has it had like a great impact on your business? Because
yeah, it has. It really has, because I do marketing. This other one is like, it was an optional module, but I chose to do it because, like I said, I do my artwork and other stuff myself. It's what's it called? Digital marketing.
Okay.
So yeah, like we learn a lot of stuff, how to write blogs, how to create websites, and all of that. Like, and it would help a lot in my business. Like, I've applied it in my business.
Have you noticed some changes?
Yeah, I have. And then how to marketing, like I said, now my market is saturated. So how to stand out? Yes, and yeah.
Also, what advice would you give with all the knowledge that you've acquired right now up to this point? What advice would you give to your younger self?
If I'm to advise my younger self, I'll tell my younger self, it's never too early to start anything. Like,
or too late.
Or too late, yeah. But you know, sometimes what we all think is, I'm in school, let me get done with school, then I come out to face the real world. But then you can start something for yourself even when you are in school. Because most of us, like me, I always say this to myself, when I was in 200, even level 100, I was getting like a lot of money. My parents would send, my uncles would send, like, you know. But all we're thinking about was spending. If I had started back then, I would have been somewhere by now. But
and
like,
taking it serious, because sometimes you even start, because with me, I started and it felt like I took it like a hobby. So if I had started, I'd taken it more
serious.
seriously, learned about it.
Yeah, it's true.
And everything.
Consistency too counts, because sometimes it becomes too hard and then we give up. But I feel if you are consistent, even though you have been like working for, let's say, 3 years, and you might not be at the level you wish to have been, you might not know in your 4th year, because you have been consistent, you just blow up like that. So like me, I always say consistency.
Yeah.
Though things might not be going well, just be consistent. Your time would surely come.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What's, in your own words, what advice do you have for someone schooling and running a business, or having a 9-to-5 and running a business, or having all three, or even juggling all sorts of things together? What tips do you have for someone doing that?
I think the most important thing is to plan. With me, let's say today, I've had like a lot of people placing orders via Instagram and whatnot. I just write everything down, because you might forget. So as soon as I get it, I just write it down. And because I am not here, that's what I do. I just write it down, then I forward everything to
your sales.
Yes, my salesperson, so that even if it can't be delivered the same day, I tell her, make sure it is done first thing tomorrow morning. That way, she also knows that I'm supposed to do this tomorrow. So just plan, have like a to-do list. Today, this is what I'm going to do. Today, this is, and even with like my post, I don't like really plan all my posts, but with some of them I do plan, like what I put on my Instagram and all of that. Yeah, so I think the most important thing is to plan, have the to-do list, and then go by it. Yes, don't just have it and then do your own thing, because if you do that, it's not going to work.
Do you think there's ever a time where you have to unplug from one to focus more on the other, and then come back, or put the two together? Because let's say you have exams, right, and you need to focus. It's a short term, something that you need to get done. Do you think that there should be a point where you should prioritize something more, or just find balance?
Okay, so during my exam period, I remember there were times like I was in the library and like people would message me, but my phone was like mostly on silent, so the messages would come, I wouldn't see it. The only thing was that I was replying them late. But then I made sure I replied. So yes, maybe I don't think you should prioritize one over the other.
Really?
No.
But I have an exam.
You have an exam, so yes. No. So yes, you won't spend the whole time learning.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe I'm in the library for 3 hours.
But sometimes,
so for that 3 hours, my phone is on silent. After I'm done with my studying, I can go back. How long will it take for you to reply the messages?
It's true, but sometimes this, especially with an online business, it can be a bit distracting, because you can't tell when you get orders, you can't control certain things. So I don't know if you could find a way to unplug.
No, I feel if you do that, because some customers are really impatient. Because I get people tell me like, "Why are you not replying my message?" Like,
and they don't know, they don't care.
Don't know exactly. That's one thing about online businesses. People like me, I've had instances where people had like spoken to me anyhow, but like, this is what we are in for, so you just need to deal with it.
But find the balance.
Yes. So I feel if like you have an exam, I'll be in the library for like 3 hours. For that period, you should just put your phone on silent or something. Even if the messages come, you won't hear, you won't see it. When you are done, you reply them. Even though it might have delayed, you still have replied them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's been really great talking to you.
Same
Thank you so much for doing this. I can't wait for us to come with you, and I wish you all the best. And I hope we get to do this again.
Yeah, sure, very soon.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for watching, and let us know what you think about this video. If you have any contributions, please leave it in the comment section, and
don't forget to like, comment, and
subscribe. Okay, bye.